You know that moment when you're dragging, then one cup of coffee flips a switch and suddenly you're awake? It feels like coffee creates energy out of nowhere, but your body isn't getting new fuel from caffeine. So, what's actually happening in your brain that makes you feel so alert? In this segment, we'll break down the simple chemical trick behind that I can do anything feeling right when you need it most. As you stay awake, your body builds up adenosine in the brain. Think of it like a time awake meter that keeps climbing. Adenosine binds to specific receptors on brain cells. When those receptors get activated, your brain starts turning up the drowsiness signal. Here's the sneaky part. Caffeine has a structure that looks similar to adenosine. That similarity lets it fit into the same receptor spots. So caffeine binds to adenosine receptors first, like taking the last seat. Adenosine can't dock, even though it's still present. With receptors blocked, adenosine can't deliver its get sleepy message. The tiredness signal gets muted even if your body needs rest. Because that break is off, nerve activity in the brain speeds up. More firing makes your brain feel busier and more switched on. That faster activity translates into alertness. You notice sharper attention, quicker reactions, and less yawning, even though nothing magical happened to your fuel. Basically, caffeine tricks your brain into thinking it's not tired. It's not creating energy, it's masking fatigue by blocking adenosine. So far, we've seen how caffeine blocks adenosine receptors and shuts down the sleepy signal, making your brain act more alert. But here's where it gets interesting. Caffeine doesn't just remove the tired message, it also nudges your brain chemistry toward go mode, which is why coffee can feel like a boost in mood and performance. And it's also why the effects are temporary, not a free pass. One part of that go mode is dopamine. Caffeine boosts dopamine, which can improve mood and make focusing on tasks feel easier. Caffeine also increases norepinephrine, a chemical linked to adrenaline. That shift tells your body to get ready for action, not rest. With more norepinephrine, blood pressure can rise and muscle blood flow can increase. Your body feels more primed to move and perform. Together, these changes stimulate the central nervous system. It's like turning up the system's volume so signals feel louder and faster. That's why you can feel more awake and physically capable after coffee. The boost is real in sensation even though it's not new energy. Important caveat: caffeine effects are temporary. Caffeine doesn't create new energy, it masks fatigue, borrowing alertness from later for a while. When caffeine wears off, adenosine that built up can bind again all at once. That rebound can trigger an energy crash and sudden tiredness. So coffee gives you energy mostly by blocking adenosine and pushing your brain into a more alert state with dopamine and norepinephrine. It's a clever shortcut. You feel awake because the tiredness signal is muted and the central nervous system is revved up. But remember the caveat, this is temporary. Caffeine masks fatigue rather than creating energy, so when it fades, you can get an energy crash later. Thanks for watching. If this made you curious, leave a question or topic you want explained next in the comments. I'm turning everyday questions into short explainers, so subscribe if you want to see more.